What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I love my brother Chad Johnson, man. I'm so glad that in his stage of life, he's able to be on with Shannon Sharp, and he's always crying, man. He's recently crying about the Bengals losing. I think one receiver, Devontae Adams, ran a route, and the route was so good, he started crying, man. So I actually like brother Chad Johnson a whole lot, and I think he's good for YouTube and whatever he's doing. But there's some rumors going on that he is back with Sherelle Rosado. Now, let me just kind of give a little bit of a point about Sherelle Rosado. Let me just talk about Sherelle Rosado, if I can, for a minute. Now, Sherelle Rosado is one of these kind of spicy Latina women that kind of just does whatever the hell she wants to do. You know, she's in her age now. Her and Chad Johnson had a relationship when she was already married, and that broke off. And so her and Chad Johnson had a thing. She has some footage of him dealing with another chick in the bed. And then so that was that. And so he was upset about the breakup. He was crying over it. And now there's some news that basically show that they could be back together again. All right. And they do have a kid together. And this is Chad Johnson in Sherelle's bed. All right. And with her daughter. So this might be an indicator that Chad Johnson is back with Sherelle Rosado. And so a lot of black men would see this and say, well, damn, Chad, like, why don't you have any kind of respect for yourself? You know, why would you ever want to be with somebody like that? Like, look at who you are. You're Chad Johnson. You don't have to put up with how the lady is. And we got to understand, man, there are some guys who want their women like that. All right. I'm going to talk about a pastor that I used to have as an adult. I won't talk about what church it was. I grew up in a home church, but there was a pastor I had. He was one of the most manliest guys I've ever seen. Worked hard, old fashioned, real throwback kind of man. You don't see those kind of men that much anymore. He got to be now in his late 70s, early 80s, something like that. But his wife was, when I'm talking about like Earl Campbell, 1983 Marcus Dupree run you over type stuff, that's what his wife was like. His wife was on that type of stuff. Wife was on that type of time. And she had to be one of the most masculine women I've ever seen in my life. It's in the 90s. I'm not talking about gay, because she wasn't gay, for sure. But as far as bossing around and having him by, like he couldn't really do that much, and she passed away. But listen, if there's anybody that might bust hell or heaven wide open, it gotta be her. It gotta be her. She wasn't taking nothing from nobody. And she ran everything. She ran him. The whole city knew that she ran him. Every church knew that she ran him. And any woman in Sacramento, California that ever thought about talking to this man or on the side, you better value your life. And she was bossy. She was rude. She was rude to other men. She was rude to everybody. If you got on the bad side, I liked her a little bit, so she ain't really bothering me too much. I stay out her goddamn way. But anybody else, she was giving smoke, and a lot of it. And you would always wonder, this guy, he's a rich guy. He has businesses. He has real estate. Why would he choose somebody like that? And then you might think about, well, he might not have that if he didn't have her. That could be a reason. And it's just that also, some people are like that, man. Some guys like that. And you know what? Some relationships might work better like that for certain guys. And I know in the red pill, we call guys like that simps, but Chad Johnson likes those women that are rude. Chad Johnson likes those women that are just, like I said, a pain in the ass. He likes this. These are the kind of women that he likes. So do you know what that tells me? Guys, it tells me that no matter who Chad Johnson gets with, this is the kind of woman that's for him. he's gonna date the same kind of woman. Even the first woman he had was Evelyn Lozada. Even the woman's name sounds the same. He likes Latinas. If he does, he likes fair skin. He liked them rude as hell. He likes that for sure. All right? And he likes them rude. And he's gonna always simp for those women. Always, okay? Now, my question is this. Chad Johnson, anybody else like that? What is the purpose of liking a woman like that you know that you're not gonna like just so you can go out there and cheat on her? And then lose her and then cry about the fact that she's not coming back. Here's my second point. A lot of you brothers are messed up, okay? A lot of you brothers are messed up, all right? We're gonna have brothers out there that's like Chad Johnson. No matter how much money you make, you know, you're gonna have some brothers out there that they're just gonna be so dusty out here in these streets with these women, all right? And some guys, no matter how much red pill you give them, this is where y'all are at. This is not everybody, I get it. This is not everyone, I get it. But at the same time, I don't get mad no more, family. This is what some of you want. This is what you guys want. And you know what? I am okay with that. But I just got one thing to tell you. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me, right? Because let me tell you something before I close this. A lot of brothers let disrespect go on too long. All right? And I think that you believe that because it's you, because you're clapping cheeks, because she loves you, and she might love you, that, you know, she somehow is going to stop, you know, because it's you. And what we always find out is that it never stops. Then you be complaining about the girl. I had a homeboy, you know, he had a nice girl, man. Girl was trying to do nice things for him. And he left the girl and ended it back with another chick that used to break out his windows and, you know, just do crazy stuff. Come and try to set his house on fire. She was just crazy, but he loved her. Now, the other girl didn't have enough drama for him, so he ended up leaving her. And so he would call me and complain about the woman. So I really, and he was crazy too, so I couldn't really talk too bad about her because he'll try to whoop my ass. So I had to act like, oh man, you know, well, you gotta do what's best for you, bro, and all this. Cause I want to tell him, man, hey man, F her. But he would get so mad, he would come get you behind her. You couldn't talk about her too bad. You could say something here and there, and he had knockout power on either hand. And he like Foreman. So if, you know, he hit you, just play fighting with him, hit you in the shoulder, you wouldn't be getting the palm of his off for a week. He could be playing with you. He was super strong too. Just super strong. But it was a little bitty girl. She was terrorizing his ass all day long. And he would go and clap her cheeks and she would be like, oh, daddy, I'm so sorry. And he'd be like, yeah, you know, I just gave her some of this D. 3 or 4 days later, there she is again. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.